Me can't stop crime. You worse I can't stop crime. You hear me told you? See police them down a station. Worse. And them I create the crime.
How?
What you mean? You don't know corruption. A corruption cause crime. Corruption cause crime. Yeah.
How you get rid of the corruption?
Human beings corrupt, police are corrupt. With exposure, brother. So you see Shabba ranks them, brother. And the whole of them name the way for call for give them and the collaboration. Figure. Expose them to the world with a music farm. Not other exposing, but music farm. Once them man they give them man they afraid. Forget the exposure. Yes, bounty killer would have give me a collaboration. No, them man they are the street, brother. The rest of them where you talk about where they live a foreign. You don't need to talk about them, brother. Talk about we know.
How is your mommy coping with your fame?
My mother smile when she see me every time. I just feel loved from my mother every time. My relationship built with my mother from me a baby, you know. And music nah nothing, nah fame nah nothing to do with my mother. My mother. Mommy.
Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Bridging the Gap podcast brought to you by shopbridgeboys.com. I am JR, special guest in the house one more time, starring Goovu, original from Bartalk, Jamaica.
Yeah.
Oh, I go on.
They both. Bless.
Everything good?
Most things.
All right.
You know what I mean?
So, we want to talk about a little thing we say, kind of take over the media airwaves. A little upcoming dancehall artist by the name of JAHSHII.
Yeah, millions?
No.
I give millions.
I'm saying afraid. Yeah, so, once again, we want to look at the role of dancehall music vis-a-vis crime and violence, corruption.
Yeah, wow.
Or crime and violence vis-a-vis dancehall music. Is there a connection? Is JAHSHII a true representation of what the streets are saying? Or is this just something that's being blown way out of proportion? As a man with dip on the ground.
Yeah.
Cause original man from Jamaica. Bartalk, Jamaica.
Yeah.
You have your ear to the ground. What you are saying? What the people them are saying?
JAHSHII seems to be a very talented artist from Ganspen.
Something like
and he's a product of his surroundings.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? He's a product of his surroundings.
Okay.
Many people tend to forget that dancehall music is dynamic. Dancehall music is not just gun tune, but dancehall artists also have uplifted messages. Right? Dancehall artists sing a lot of mama songs. We don't know other genre with so much songs about love to the mother than dancehall music. Dancehall music, as the name suggests, dance, you see me, party vibe, and so forth. So to debate now, we come on to the gun tune, the violent tune. To me personally, I think it's a very unfortunate reality that as a society we have come to love, accept, and perpetuate violent music. Right? I think it's very unfortunate in a country where on a yearly basis in excess of 1,500 people sometimes are murdered, that we continue to sing songs glorifying the gun, singing about how they're prowess at killing their fellow black people, their fellow black poor people. To me, it's very unfortunate and it's rather distasteful in my opinion. As to the connection, I would say that if it can be as an inspiration. Not that if I listen to a dancehall song right now, all of a sudden I'm gonna get in my hand, and all of a sudden I feel like I want to kill you.
Okay.
right? But if you are somebody who is exposed to a certain surrounding, it can inspire you, it can cement you in that line of behavior and thinking and thought.
You know, me make sure I make you get up on that whole long monologue there because I chop it up.
Yeah, chop the line.
The first thing you say is that
Yeah.
JAHSHII is a talented artist who is a product of his environment or his surrounding. Are we witnessing art mirroring life? And if he is a product of his environment and his surrounding, and other artists, I would suppose, because majority of dancehall artists are,
So what do you mean by art mirroring life, by the way?
whatever they're singing about is art, no? The music is art form, yes?
And music is inspiration, right?
Of course, but
Okay,
we're talking about the
But for me to accept some music is inspiration, because you know the type of music I listen to can even affect the rate, your heartbeat, and the adrenaline in your body.
Music is inspiration, like you said, but you still try to go around my little point.
Which is what now?
You said JAHSHII and other artists
Right.
of the like are product of their environment, their community.
Right.
Jamaica is a country that is rife with up to 1,500 murders a year. These murders aren't happening up in the sky. They're happening in communities. What these artists are singing about, isn't it what they see they are able to tell you?
No, but give me
art mirroring life?
give me a lyrics from a dancehall artist that sounds like he is singing about something that he saw. Because me see a dancehall artist said, I am going to take up my gun and empty it in a boy head. He's not saying it is rather unfortunate that we're a very violent society, and I wish that the youths will put down the gun and take up their books.
Dancehall artists have seen that.
No, but you are talking about the violent, you are talking about the violent artists.
One of the artists,
you are talking about the violent music. So the content of the violent music
but
is
you just, you know,
me I go take up my gun and done it on a youth.
You also said that
Yeah, but we're not talking
the
about
music inspires. So you can't just pinpoint the fact that a dancehall artist sing violent-oriented songs or songs geared towards killing a man.
Yeah, but those are the ones that we're talking about them.
Yeah, of
Right,
course.
okay.
But the same dancehall artists sing about, hey, book. Take up your book. You know, the same dancehall artists, there's, like somebody mentioned earlier to me, there isn't a genre out there that has praise for mamas and the struggle that mothers bear in a Jamaica in raising their sons.
Yeah.
So there is, without a doubt, uplifting aspects of it. Why
That's
are
right.
we
That's right.
then why are we not giving that aspect of the music? Because that is life, that is art mirroring life, no? They're not the same thing with the gun tune.
No, but what?
Why is that one only because him not say, yo, me say Ngoo will pick up the gun and empty it in our man head. Him say, well, me I go pick up my gun and go empty it in our boy head. We know that a lot of these artists are just saying that.
No.
Why?
And a lot of them are also involved in
most of them.
A lot of
Most
them are
of
also
them.
involved. There's a long list of artists with a criminal record right now in Jamaica.
There are a long list of R&B artists with criminal.
No, but we're talking about dancehall music in Jamaica. So I'm trying to say, you
but
are
I'm
saying that
to you
most of them
that
just
if
sing
we're going
about
to-
something with distance to them.
It's
But
not
that's not the
distance.
case.
It's not. I would never say
Okay,
that. You know.
okay.
I would never say that.
Right.
Remember, I said to you, you know, it is art mirroring life.
But may I ask you, what does that mean?
It means that they're singing about what they're witnessing, what they're
So
living.
they're not singing about what they're involved in as well?
Could be it's art mirroring life.
No, but may I ask you what art real life mean?
Whatever is
some of them,
happening-
some of these artists
whatever is
are
happening-
also involved in crime and violence and perpetrating crime and
course,
violence in
we know
Jamaica.
that. We know
So it's not
that.
a matter
We know
of
that.
mirroring
It
life.
is still mirroring life because they are involved in the crime and singing about the crime. So it's mirroring their life. Some of them.
All I'm saying is that it is an unfortunate reality.
How do we get an artist like JAHSHII and other dancehall artists to realize that there is more money to be made from just doing music than being involved in criminality? Because with all due respect, the government put pressure upon dancehall artists And I try to blame them and I use them as scapegoat for the crime and violence in Jamaica. There is little to no support for dancehall, a genre that is born and raised in Jamaica.
The dancehall went global without the government support.
It no matter.
So the dancehall don't need government.
Which dancehall artists?
What government do for Shabarangs? What did the government do for Shabarangs?
Which artists no?
What did the government do for Shabarangs?
I'm going to answer your question.
What did the government do for Elephant Man?
I'm going to answer your question now. Which one of those artists are still signed to any major record label?
No, hold on, man.
I'm saying
to you that a dancehall artist is able to go global without any assistance from the government.
And that is all well and good.
So I'm saying to you, there is nothing that more than government needs to do for dancehall.
But the government are pressure dancehall music more than anything else. Them a lock off the party and them a make these youths martyrs.
So wait,
them a turn these youths into martyrs and turn them into bigger than they are.
You never try to study for your CXC and your dance and your gate? Yeah. May I ask a question?
Of course.
Oh, okay. That's all. So the dance is for lock off?
For what?
I mean, may I have exam the next day?
So a film file make you have exam the next day?
Yeah, they're pretty I know.
So I don't understand this.
Yeah,
because you have exam, everybody will stop. I just end go for world now.
No, because the
youth, you mean, but
the children in the community. And me alone have exam, bossy. And me alone the CXC.
This is a microcosm. This is what happened. We as a people don't appreciate and love our own. If we can fight against something that is indigenous to us, that we create, that other people are making millions, billions off. Because guess what? From the upper echelon, the government a fight dancehall and dancehall music.
So tell me something.
Fight dancehall
tell me something
artists.
Because you talk about go global, which gun tune go global from dancehall?
I'm not going to dancehall artists.
No, but we are talking about the violence in the music. The song them go global. Me not say which gun tune go global.
But I'm not gun tune alone.
No, but we are talking about the violence. I'm saying to you, dancehall can go global. No, money can make up a dancehall without gun tune.
The question was, is there a connection? Can we find a connection? And can we actually blame
first the man I tell me
music?
say, dancehall can go global,
It can,
but dancehall can go global without the violence in the music.
But violence in every kind of music, even in an opera, they're singing about murdering people on stage.
But the dancehall, we're talking about opera.
Of course, dancehall music, but we're comparing genres here. We're comparing genres to say to you that yes, dancehall have violence in it, but so does opera, so does R&B, so does rap. But you still don't have governments fighting those industries. You actually have government helping them, setting them up on a scale.
Which government help rap? May I ask?
So make them don't pay them tax and see what happens.
So what does that helping them?
Oh yeah, sir. It is regularized. People can right now who regularize.
No, what I mean it regularized. I understand. I mean regularized.
So your royalty and everything there. In the
government.
What do you mean? So who do it?
There's an independent organization of our association of musicians that's in charge of that.
At the day, right? My whole thing is that violence in music, on a whole, dancehall music, yes, it is rampant. However,
and it's okay with you?
Of course, cool. Because as far as I'm concerned, me not plan to shoot nobody.
So
where somebody
you're not an impressionable young black ghetto youth. You are not an impressionable young black ghetto youth.
Young black youth now pick up my gun.
I didn't say that's not the truth. Me believe you. But a lot of them are young, impressionable minds from broken homes with no male figures to guide them on the right path. And the music plays a role
with all due respect, I was raised in a single parent home, right? By a mother, single mother. And at no time at all was it possible for me to, do anything untoward without severe consequences.
Yeah, you weren't a young black impressionable youth.
No, but I'm saying I will a youth. And growing up in a single parent home is what people would normally classify as a broken home.
Not necessarily.
Right?
Don't make Western world teach that.
It's not about Western world.
Western world teach that about nuclear family.
So what is your definition of a broken family?
Say you have nuclear family with mother, father and children that are broken. When man come home drunk, beat the woman and abuse the children. That's a broken family right there. That's a dysfunctional family.
That is this.
But the Western world tell us as long as mother and father present.
I don't know if that is broken, like you say, it's more dysfunctional. But we want to go back to the JAHSHII interview and exactly where he touched upon in where I say, boy, police and the corruption that is involved in Jamaica and the difficulties for him, because that's what I took from it. The difficulties for him as a young and upcoming artist trying to establish himself.
I didn't see him expressing it.
That's my
video them put them on YouTube get world of views.
That is because of the
I don't know, in my driver BMW, which difficulty JAHSHII had. I'm not seeing the difficulty.
I mean, him never just jump up and
start. When him say flip the bike, what him say? Wheelie the bike?
Yeah.
Can't tell man for wheelie the bike, which difficulty JAHSHII have?
But I'm saying, JAHSHII didn't just jump and achieve all of that. There was a process to it.
Hard work leads to success, is what?
Yeah, but also the difficulties, and him pointed out in the interview.
The difficulties, hard work.
He pointed it out in the interview that there are a lot of established artists that wouldn't help him. And other young artists within his group now that are trying to get the international exposure where other established artists have, that won't extend their hand.
I'm saying no. When you can tell me which violent dancehall music, because I don't know just the content of his music is violent. So tell me which violent.
And not just violent song, JAHSHII.
Yeah, but tell me which one which the violent dancehall song.
So
go went global. Tell me which violent music from Jamaica went global.
I can't.
But Marley have one violent song?
Yeah, I mean, I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. What you said?
Yeah.
That not include that,
right,
that and violence.
And this one.
That and violence.
I want a list.
There no need for list more than one.
Oh,
you ask
okay.
me if Bob Marley have, I'm tell you, yeah.
Bob Marley have
I shoot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. So that and violence.
Yo.
We can't overlook that one.
Wow. Now I said, tell
we
me
can't
one.
overlook the fact say a man say I shoot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy.
Tell me one violent dancehall song will go global. Yeah?
That's all. Yeah. Me just tell you, I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy.
That's not dancehall, by the way. That's not dancehall.
That's your interpretation.
That's
to
reggae.
me, it's dancehall.
That's reggae music. That's reggae music.
You can't tell me what I classify that genre as.
Oh, I know you are determined about this one.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You just asked me about Bob Marley and I can point it out to you. I shot the sheriff, but
Bob
I
Marley
didn't
is
shoot
not
the
a
deputy.
dancehall artist.
It no matter, even more so. For a Rasta man, you not expect that from him. Who more radical than Rastafarians when them a chat and I sing about them thing then?
I wish one of them things go global. Right?
What do you mean?
I talk about make money, you know.
What do you mean?
You have to make money, you know.
So, alright.
For the
Let's get something straight now.
Yeah.
An artist like Anthony B. Right? We sing Fire Upon Rome.
Yeah.
How much time the man they tour the world? And that are the song we're bossing.
What Anthony B sing when you go up on tour?
I mean, him sing Fire Upon Rome.
Yeah? You ever watch when Anthony B tour them?
They are the man concert.
Yeah.
I hear the man that sing Fire Upon Rome.
Yeah, I wish I had a song.
Enough more song I use like Buju Banton sing
Okay.
Boom Bye Bye.
Yeah.
And travel the world with it.
Chuck show
What do you mean? They not travel the world after him sing it. What do you mean?
Chuck show which boom bye bye.
So who big like Buju Banton?
Who that money
What I said? We hit it. We hit
Fuck.
it. So you tell me, he said,
Brother.
man left from America. Man left from America.
You shouldn't even bring on the cocaine.
What do you mean?
You shouldn't bring on the cocaine.
It no matter. It no matter.
You shouldn't bring on the cocaine.
You ask me for list songs, I mean I tell you about songs where artists sing.
Ah.
Maybe that song
Boom bye
didn't
bye.
go
Boom
global,
bye bye.
but
Cripple
those
dancehall
songs,
music for about
those
15
songs
Boom
help
bye bye.
these
Cripple
artists
dancehall
to travel the
music for
world
about
and tour
15
the
years.
world. Make money off of it.
Boom bye bye. Cripple. The earning potential of dancehall music for
Yo,
about 15 years.
That is another topic, brother.
Yeah, but
That is
you
another
said
topic, you know,
it
but-
go global and we the money make a fight.
What do you mean by no money no make a fight?
Which money make off a boom bye bye? Off a
What do
boom
you
bye
mean? Then
bye?
the artists not travel the world. After them sing Boom Bye Bye.
What? Cripple dancehall music.
The artists travel
Cancel,
the
cancel
world.
culture start.
The artists travel the world.
That's like from them time the cancel culture start.
And not just the US
You think cancel culture
alone.
now?
And not just US alone. A man like Sizzler just was able to come out the US a few years ago and probably lose back in visa. But not just US alone, the man they travel. The man they still a tour the whole of Europe.
To well, I wish Europe.
What do you mean tour the whole of Europe? The man they still a tour Europe.
Chronic
Up
Santa
until
Wood.
Sizzler.
I can't see what I said. I can't see what I
I
said.
want to get this money from an artist like Bounty Killer, even Busy Signal. Did they still a tour without coming to the US?
Bounty tour weird.
No, nobody not really tour because of the pandemic. But before the pandemic, these artists were touring. But yeah, so everybody that's there in Jamaica look on them one another.
Nah, say that.
So
no big tour now one we talk like say.
That's cool.
The music out there. And man I go up on Billboard.
What you mean?
And I make millions.
Billboard.
And Sean Paul and Shaggy alone I make money for dance.
Sean Paul and Shaggy.
And the woman them make money for dance now. She named Shensi and Spice.
That's what them tell you. That's what them tell you out in the streets. But may I tell you, say, these artists in Jamaica live like kings. I drive the biggest car and live in the biggest house. Artists like Mavado, I build housing scheme.
And Mavado from Mavado.
What do you mean when they?
Mavado, when has Mavado step foot in Jamaica?
So Jamaica are not the world, brother.
No, but yeah, I say my big house in Jamaica.
What do you mean? He have big house in Jamaica and he have build up housing scheme and invest.
I can't come back to Jamaica?
That we don't have to do with anything though.
Okay.
What does that have to do with anything? I just have said, what does that have to do with anything? Is he still not building houses? Is he still not having businesses in Jamaica?
So like you know what I'm going for Mavado him son?
What does that have to do with Mavado touring the world?
Eh?
Keeping him concerts here and ramming up Amazon, one of the biggest clubs in New York.
Hey, what may I say still is this now?
So he wanted in Jamaica, but him still a touring in the US.
What may I say is this, right? Violence in dancehall music has not pushed the music on a global scale.
Because we have been getting fight from the government.
And I'm saying
and
to
the
you,
police are pressure the music.
The government.
You have these concerts here in the state with rap artists, and I know we're not talking about rap, we're talking about dancehall, but we are compare genres. In the US, you have rap artists where sing about killing people, and they're still allowed to perform, they're still allowed to tour, nobody's hounding them. You have artists, R&B and rap artists that are in jail serving time for murder or in jail for whatever crime they commit. The difference is that people understand that, listen, the people that might express themselves until you find evidence of them involved in criminal activity, let them say what they want to say.
Yeah, but nobody.
The government are pressure them. Police are pressure them. A man they on stage and perform. The same artist, JAHSHII.
The government are pressure.
Because government has sent police out there for disrespect artists. JAHSHII was performing in Clarendon a couple of days after I met the interview.
Yeah.
And the policeman go up on stage and push him.
Yeah.
As an inspector or superintendent, whatever he was.
Were you saying he was where?
In Clarendon.
During what period? During when? During the COVID-19 pandemic, when the assembly, when the gathering limited how much persons? May I ask? Let's ask.
All you will say, you can't.
No, me just ask a question.
This whether you come like him come from one of the.
Me can't ask. No, me can't ask a question.
Aristocrats them because.
No, me can't ask.
The same government open up the country for election in a pandemic. The same government open up the country when I'm birthday, so him and his wife can palav. But a fight against poor people.
Yeah.
This is the examples I'm trying to show you where the government have fight dancehall music.
No, but tell me how them fight dancehall music.
The government we don't have a stage or a theatre where people can go perform, where you can say, listen, we need to keep a show. There isn't a recognized venue in the country. The country will build reggae music
so you're saying that
a country that is so
Lang struggles to find a
musical.
venue for Sting? You're saying that Lang is struggling to find a venue for Sting?
When last Sting keep?
No, may I ask?
When last Sting keep?
Did they ever
when
struggle?
Last Sting
Why
keep?
stop keep? Why stop keep?
Probably lose the venue, whoever own the venue.
But yeah, I guess, no man guess. They must struggle to find venue for here Jamaica Jazz and Blues and reggae some.
Those are the things that the government. Those are the things that the government.
Do they struggle to find venue for those things?
Those are the stuff that the government promote. The tourist board spend money on those, and you see what happen? Artists go on some fest, and if they curse, again, language that is indigenous to us. Bumbleclot and the man them want to lock up the youth them. And you say, wish by the government to fight dancehall music. Who cause bad would like them? You have politicians with them catch on tape. I say, you like a police boy, I go and I tell police, one bag of bad word, I want him to him. And still in a parliament up to this day. But make one of them reggae dancer, make JAHSHII cuss a bad word on stage and see how much police ready for lock him.
Yeah.
So I don't know which world you are living in, but it's alright.
Yeah.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Bridging the Gap podcast. Again, this is JR alongside and Guvu
Right.
from Bartalk, Jamaica. Remember, Bridging the Gap podcast brought to you by shopbridgeboys.com and Guvu.
It's JAHSHII we want to. You see it?
Chuma, bridge around the world.
Man.
Every journey requires the bridge.
Up top. Like, subscribe, share.
All right.